What is going on, my YouTube friends and all my Patreon friends, all my Warning Army friends, man? What's happening? I just got something in my eye. That was a terrible time for this. Let's see if I can get through this speech. Oh, there, I got it. So we got the warning. Quieres? Something like that. I looked it up. I never know how much research to do before I jump into these things because I still wanted to be a reaction. But I don't read Spanish. It was Spanish, right? It wasn't Portuguese. It was Spanish. So I had to look it up. And what else do you need? It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny. I'm looking forward to this. I'm obviously looking forward to this energy. I think I read Pow directed this. And I saw, like, I was reading through the credits and stuff. Like, Rudy's in there. Whole bunch of names, man. It looks like a big list. This looks like it's like one of them, like, for real videos, you know? So I'll have the link to this in the description box, as well as the Warnings Patreon link in the description box too. Please go check them out. Please support them if you can. May 15th, the next Freeze the Fall released, for those of y'all that are in on that one. And let's do this, y'all. Let's check this out. Look at him, eh? Why that, like, those fits look so fitting for them? That was a weird way of saying that. But, like, they just look so comfortable in these, like, dope friggin' jackets, and they look like movie stars, bro. A long bass drop. Fire, y'all. Are you kidding me? I hope they got paid big for that. And it excites me, y'all. It excites me. Like, I love seeing them be successful and their growth of their, like, business and the professional side of it. Because, like, as rock stars, man, like, they've been killing it for a long time. But seeing, like, that they got a Pepsi sponsor in a music video, this is great. Killer, literally. The blue rose, y'all. Oh man, she looks like terrifying in that wedding dress with that stare right there. Let's talk about this song for a second, man. I'm probably gonna back it up and go through the whole thing because I want to read through the lyrics too. I vibe with it, man. I like it. I like the vocal treatment in this one a little bit more than I have in some of the previous ones. I feel like they really prioritized. This is a weird way of saying this, and I just can't think of a better way of saying it. I feel like they really prioritize clarity in this, and still like a really full vocal. It's a great performance from Danny, obviously. It's just like I can like really make out everything that she's saying, like every word, and I have no idea what she's saying, but you can kind of pick up the gist of it, right? Drum fills are great. Toms sound fabulous, y'all, and like the panning, the stereo image on the toms, they're huge, man. They are like big. And I like that though, because Pow is such a dynamic drummer. Like I almost kind of want to be brought into that where it like almost like sways you and throws you from like the one tom to the low tom or something, right? And I think they're doing a really good job capturing that. Snare drum is like real low and fat. Still got like a nice like weight to it, but it's like real fat and yeah, I like that. But the vocal just feels like it's like opened up a little bit more than the last one, and that could be for a number of reasons. I don't know when they like edited and produced and all that stuff. This one for the music video in like versus in order of the other ones with the releases. There could be like a whole bunch of stuff that played into that, but I vibe with it, man. I really like it. Like, and they're acting, y'all. Can we talk about the acting in this too? Like, this is like a damn movie. Come on, play for me. This is those toms. Bruh, where's the smile? You should look a little happier. She pinning it on him? That's like a little extra, man. Leave the cake alone. Come on now. Wonder what it was. Wonder what it was. Okay, y'all. I'm only going to say this once. Only going to say this once. They all looked absolutely stunning in this. Like, my goodness. Only going to say it once. Great video, man. I love how many credits they have on that. Like, I just sitting here thinking, like, how many people are they giving dope jobs to? You know what I mean? I'm probably going to play this more. How many people are getting like really cool jobs? Videographers that want to do like real creative art and tell stories, and yeah, man, it's really cool. How about us reactors and us like want to listen to rock and roll, right? So let's go through this. There was a big bass boom at the beginning, went like real long. I don't remember where it was. May as well go from the start. So it could be a couple of things here. It feels like, I would say it feels like they have, like it's just Danny playing the one guitar line, right? I think she's just playing it once, but they've got two parts pushed like pretty hard left and right. And we know from Danny's rig that she plays multiple pieces, and one of them is that has a 10 millisecond delay. Because my initial thought was that she played it twice. That was my initial thought. And like when you're playing to a metronome, you respond to the metronome. You can play perfect or like the exact same, but it's still going to be a little bit different, right? Especially if you introduce like if there was a second guitar player, right? But I think they're trying to emulate that with the 10 millisecond thing, and that just makes the guitars sound bigger. You can't really hear 10 milliseconds, especially in the same like sounds and playing and stuff. You can sure feel it though. So I think that's what's going on there for the guitars. Like it's still just the single turned down, a little bit distorted PRS. Like it's a hollow body. I think it's a hollow body. But I think they're doing that 10 millisecond delay thing and just using the left and right guitars. Give me that bass boom though. Just snuck that in there. And then I don't know what that percussion piece is that's off to the left here. It could be like a compressed overhead or like a telephone mic or a couch mic or something. And it could be on the hi-hats. It could be someone just tapping a desk and they just filtered it. It could be someone playing like a cymbal or something, holding onto a cymbal, because it almost has like a little bit of China sound to it, like a China cymbal. Could be a hi-hat thing, like a really dark, rusted, or like a hammered hi-hat too. Could be a few different things. Big bass boom. Big bass boom. And like, so that one, you typically have either the pitch or the feel of a bass boom, but that one almost gave you both. It was like really cinematic almost. Felt like a movie transition, right? Where you get that, or like in a trailer of a movie, you know, like the explosion goes off and you get that big boom. And that's more about like the pitch of it, even though it's like sub harmonics the whole time. Whereas if you have like a building collapsing and you filter it all out and you just have an impact, that's more like you just feel it. It's like resonance almost, right? But they really stretch this one out. And to me, that feels really cinematic. Like I say, like it feels like a trailer sound effect versus like a building exploding or something, right? So hear it again. There's a few ways you can like edit that too. What I've been doing on some Freeze the Fall stuff, I'll just say that, is the boom happens and like you see the spike and then it fades off. So what you do is you automate it in reverse. So it hits and then the fader goes up as the wave comes down. So you kind of get this like steady feel, but that gives you more of the tone of it. So if that's not what you're looking for, you just need more of like an impact up front. You might do something with like a sidechain compressor to the kick drum, where when the kick drum hits, it pulls out some of the frequencies so you can feel more of the actual subharmonics, or I guess you wouldn't feel the subharmonics, but the sub itself, the bass drop itself. And then as the kick drum ends, it snaps back into place and you just get that like resonance that happens after the fact, right? So there's a couple ways that you could address those. I've been doing the automation thing and I think it works pretty good. The like kind of drum loop in the background. If I was a betting man, I'd say somebody played it on like a desk, or it could have been Powell like just doing drum rudiments and stuff and just warming up or playing, or one of the drum fills they took it and just squeezed it off, because it does sound like it has like an impact to it. But I can do that too, right? Like if I took that and I squeezed it and I changed it, maybe I even pitched it up or down, like you can get really cool sounds out of different things like that if you're willing to play with basically just a microphone and something in front of you, right? But so I would, if I was a betting man, I'd say that it was something fun, like a desk, maybe the top of like an amp cabinet or something like that. It very well could have just been like something from a drum fill or something, but it's a cool sound. Usually all those sounds and things are made in pre-production. So like when you're coming up with, there's a Instagram short of one of the producers playing like the drum fill on like a drum pad, and those sounds that probably actually came from Powell's drum recordings, right? Or they were created with the actual drum, but that's a whole nother conversation. Fire. There's like a, I'm assuming that's like a guitar line in the background. I'm assuming. So run this side, I think. It's in the middle. Almost sounds like horns. Nice like farty bass here, eh? It's like real distorted and saturated. She might be playing with a pick. She might be playing with her fingers. You can't really hear like the point of impact on the actual string itself, so I'm not too sure. It's really fuzzy though. I'm gonna guess a pick. Great bass line. So it's interesting, like how much kick drum is in that when they're just relying on that overhead or whatever that sample is that they've created. It's interesting because that kick drum comes in like so much, right? And I was talking about that in my last warning reaction when it drops off to the bridge and it's just bass and kick drum. Like this is the kick drum I want there. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'll listen to that again. I do have a new setup. I do have a new desk because I broke the last one. So maybe I'll listen to that again. Cleaner bass. That big pick scratch is dope too. And like, so if you're doing that at home, you typically have to compress the shit out of that just to get like all the harmonics, all the bits out of it. Cause there's a lot to it. Like I find mine kind of goes up in volume and then down in volume. So you just kind of want it to be smooth. So I think Tom Lord Algae does like 10-1 on stuff like that, but you could go crazier if you want to. Play with it to taste. I'm just a guy on the internet. Play with it to taste. It's funny that like they're obviously doing this to get rid of this guy, so they're pretending to be crying and the whole works. Like it's great. It's great. This video is fantastic. Smile, bro. There's a few ways you can do group vocals too, right? So one way is like you literally just get everyone around like an omnidirectional microphone. You just yell. That's one take, right? And then maybe another one, two of them are yelling and one of them singing a note, right? Because you could pick a note in this. I'm not going to try to sing it right now, but you could. And you could also just do like a scream take. You could do a whisper take. You could do like a gentle take where it's more like tone rich but soft. And just a blend of those sounds like a whole freaking, I don't know, a gymnasium of people just shouting and chanting, right? So there's a few ways they could do it. They could also just like recorded it each individually and doubled it up, put reverbs and delays on it. You could do tricks to do that too, but I would assume that they actually sat in the microphone, headphones on, screaming those sections and then like singing those sections and making a blend of it. I'm assuming that's what they did. It sounded really nice. Oh, it squeezes. Like, and back to that stereo image on those toms, man. Like, it almost feels like it comes down and back a little bit, doesn't it? But that's Pow's kit. It's got 2 up, 2 down, right? So, like, as she's playing it, she's really flexible and she can reach like that. But my lumpy, like, frigid ass would just be, like, bending way over here. And you get that from the way that they've mixed it, right? They did a really good job of the drums here. Sucks to suck, bro. And then instead of like a reverse snare drum or anything like that, they're doing cymbal builds. That's cool. It's cool. Very what was the word I was using before? Cinematic. Very cinematic again. Hold on. Feels like it kind of dropped off there. See, like the vibe that I'm kind of getting is it feels like they walked into a new room and you can still hear the band behind you. It just like, not like so much as like you're outside smoking from a club and you can just hear subs. But it did feel like there's a little bit of a tone shift there. And I wonder if that's just to emphasize the synths more. Or if it's for like the video. Like it feels like the high mid and the highs in the guitar kind of pulled away a little bit, even though the level's still there. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Fire, y'all. That had some bite to it too. The way that they like enunciate and cut into those microphones, like I like the way that they captured that, man. But they're great performers, every one of them. Like when it comes to each instrument, when it comes to each part of the performance, like you can feel it. You really, really, really feel it, man. And I'm so happy that they're successful. Like they're in this bag of success because A, man, Pepsi sponsoring them for a music video, and B, like that video looked great. Look at all these credits. Look at all these credits. Original idea. See, there you go, Paulina. Look at that. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the love and support. Looking forward to the 17th. Gonna be on time for that one. I'm saying it now. And links in the description box. So is their Patreon. Catch y'all on the next one.